Welcome to this week's video. So I'm going to show you how I drew this and designed it, and also how I made it into a garland and popped it on my little bedroom fireplace, and it's totally brightened it up. So I've done a free template for you. It's taken us ages to do it, but I've managed to do it. So you'll print it. You can print out these designs exactly the same size as I've drawn them, and cut them out. And in the blue and white as well. The blue and white, I love the blue and white. Did you see me project last week? I made this Victorian puzzle purse. So I'm a bit hooked on them at the minute on my acrylic markers, especially the blues. I've also got these drawing pens, which are great for fine detail. So these are my acrylic markers. So they have two ends, like a thicker brush end, and then the fine end. So I'm just going to use the fine end again. I've got a whole box of these, all different shades, and honestly, I really would recommend these pens, and they're a very good price if you worked out how much they were individually. And you get, I'm not sure how many's in the box. I've got like 3 trays of them. So I'm using them to do my design here. So I've not really done like a folk art design before. So I've got a picture on me monitor here, and I'm looking at ideas. And it seems like they do a lot of these little dashes going round, and little leaves and things. And I think it's not particularly difficult to do. It's just detailed, but it builds up to something. So by itself, it would probably look a little bit basic or a little bit, but then when you add the design together, when you just keep adding the bits in, it can look quite stunning, and looks like it would be difficult to do, but it's just not really. You just need to have a nice chill couple of hours and just get your pens out and just, no pressure to kind of make sure everything's symmetrical or anything like that, which mine things never are. And then just start. It's almost like doodling. So I've tried to keep the leaf design in mind whilst I've been designing this bird. And I've also tried to keep everything kind of pointing from its head, like back and out to the tail. And I've tried to do that in the wings as well, rather than just doing any design anywhere on the bird. I thought it would look better if I make it look a little bit like, it's like feathers, it's wings, by the shapes. So I'm really getting to grips with drawing these leaf shapes. I've done little lines, little dots, and I kept flicking between the 4 different shades of blue that I've got. It's so relaxing just having a doodle like this. So I use my very fine drawn black pen to do the eyes and the beak. I have done quite a lot of work with me fine drawn pens because I quite like doing sketches with them. I'll leave a link for those actually. He has me slightly messy but quite organised office. So after a quick lunch break, I've just came back to finish doing my design. So I have managed to do a free template PDF. So you could just you could print it out. If you have a colour printer, you could print it out. It would look exactly like how I've made mine. So you could just cut them out, put holes in them, and then string them into like a garland as I do. But I'm not sure on the paper, so my printer papers wouldn't be thick enough. It would look okay, but it's better if they're on like more like card, obviously. Or what you could do if you wanted to print out the birds, you could just draw around them, and then that would just give you the shapes. Or you could just draw your own birds if you fancied a little project like this. I was very tempted to draw jumping rabbits. I was very, very hard not to, but I do rabbits in so many projects. I was like, I need to do a different animal. I love nature and I love all animals, so I thought the birds would be make a different kind of project. These shapes I've drawn here, I keep seeing this shape come up when I'm looking at the folk art designs. So I've tried to nail it. I haven't used all of these bits in me garland, but I've cut all of these bits out, and I've put them on the free template that you can download. You just need to head over to me blog, which is minimoore.co.uk. And you can read more about this project. You can see better images of different stages. I've done a step-by-step guide, and then the link to me templates in there. So I tried to make it, I failed a few times trying to make the template. Well, remember these things that I made? I used the lino cut stamp to do the bee, and then I made that rabbit stocking. Anyway, back to the printer. So originally, my printer only prints black and white. Originally, this was the best I could get it to do, but it showed like a dark background because of the canvas. So I finally managed to master it. I cut out the pieces and then lay them in my scanner and then just scanned them in. And yeah, so that works so much better. I've kept the cutouts there. I always keep the cutouts when I've made things. So I decided to leave a border going round. I just think it looks better with that border going round, which is about 5mm, maybe 6mm. So I used a knife to cut them out on my cutting mat, just because I quite like the cutting things out with a knife. But obviously just use some sharp scissors if you're not sure about using the knife, especially going around the curves. So I just trimmed this little bit off here. So that's my shapes cut out and these extra motifs that I've used. So next I just used my hole punch. This is great. It's just like a single hole punch. And I put 2 holes in each one so the twine could weave in and out of each one so that they wouldn't twist round when they're hanging. It worked really well, to be honest. And it didn't spoil it. It didn't spoil it being able to see this little bit twine going through each one. So I've just strung the garland using beads, little wooden beads, and I've popped it on my little bedroom fireplace. And it's just absolutely just brightened up the whole area. I did later just use command hooks and just put and attached it underneath this mantel shelf. But I just love the way it looks, and it just brightens up my room and it gives it like a really like homely touch. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this week's video. Please like, subscribe and comment. If you did, head over to my blog, minniemoore.co.uk to get your free template, and have a great week. Oh, all of the things I've used are down in the description box as usual, but these acrylic markers are really good. I couldn't recommend them more. Look at my dog. She looks like a Highland cow at the minute. So thank you for watching. Have a great week, and I'll see you on next week's project. Bye.